Hello my little makeup lovers, and welcome back to my channel. So first off, I want to thank Anya. This is kind of a collab between Anya Stamper, P1nkSweets, and myself. Neither one of us wanted to do this review and tutorial without the other because we both got the James Charles Morphe palette around the same time. So we kind of wanted to coincide and do it at the same time. So we were supposed to do it Friday afternoon. We were going to put up our review, but your girl here got sister sick on Friday morning, and she did not feel like taping anything because what she had taped previously, meaning I'm talking about myself in third person. That's always awesome. I had gotten up early Friday morning to do the review and the tutorial and all that good stuff. And yeah, I don't know if I ate too much turkey or what, but your girl was sister sick in the bathroom, and that's all we're gonna say about that. So God love Anya. I texted her and said, I am sick. You know, I told her to go ahead and put hers out, you know, it's okay, but she didn't do that. And she's one of those don't leave your friends behind kind of thing. And she put out a different video. And there you go. So Anya, I love you. I'm so sorry. I did not want to get sick. Let's just say today has not been my best day. So if I am not looking as beautiful as I normally look, which y'all are giggling, I see you behind the camera laughing. That's not nice. If I'm not that glamorous self that I normally am, I apologize. I am trying to get back to feeling better this afternoon. Actually, this evening, it's like 6 o'clock. I'm finally feeling better too. So, you got here, your sister. Believe me, I don't understand all that sister stuff. Yeah, I'm not 20. That's why I don't. Got the James Charles, yes. I did not think I was going to get this because I did not order it the first day it came out and all that good stuff. But I went to Ulta about 4 or 5 days ago, and they had a stack of these. And I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna get it. So I did. So that's what the outside looks like this. We're gonna talk about the back here in a second. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. This is the back. I think y'all have seen it a billion times. I don't think y'all were waiting for my review on it. And sister almost dropped it. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Again, stunning. Okay, so unless you're living under a rock, which I don't think any of you are doing, you know there was a lot of hoo-ha about this, because gosh knows that nobody can put out a doggone palette in this world without a lot of blah 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 going on. Okay, first I'm gonna knock out about the price, because everybody's like, oh, this one's more expensive. It's $1 a shade. You go anywhere to get quality eyeshadow for $1 and you're not gonna find it. So $39 for this palette is nothing. I mean, it's not nothing. I know you guys have your hard-earned money, but I just saw the dose of colors that I had just bought for the giveaway that's gonna end Sunday night. See how I got that in? I think there's what, 5 shades in that, and that thing's $32. There's like 39 shades for $39. Just saying, price is... All I know is I watched James Charles' video like 2 or 3 times, which I don't dislike him at all, but he talks way too fast for me, way too fast. So watching it 3 times was very painful for me, but I needed to hear everything, and when he talks that fast, I have a hard time hearing everything that he's saying. So, he talked about eyeshadows, he talked about pressed pigments, you know, and all that stuff, and how you're supposed to put them on, and what kind of primer you're supposed to put on your lid, and all of that good stuff. To be, from what I can understand, to be vegan and be cruelty-free, you need to have pressed pigments, because if you have the regular red dye stuff, it is crushed beetles, which grosses me out, whatever. And that's how they get it, and that's how they're not vegan, and all of that. And pressed pigments you have to tap on, and you can't just swipe it on, and you have to have a special primer, and that bothers me as just a regular person who loves eyeshadow. I am not a makeup artist. I am just a regular Joe Schmo out there who buys makeup, who enjoys it. I enjoy the heck out of colors. But it bothers me personally that I have to, you know, pat this on and then do that. It's a lot. And it's a lot for somebody to have to do that isn't really very familiar with makeup. So to me, a lot of these shades in here are going to be hard for just general people who don't always play with makeup to do correctly. That's just my take on it. I'm not going to go into it much more. I'm going to link a couple channels below. I'm going to link Jen Loves Makeup. I also came across a beautiful makeup artist by the name of Youkeyy. And she put Makeup Revolution primer on her eyes as a primer, which is what I normally do. And she had a heck of a hard time with it. So I was going to do one eye with my MAC paint pot and one eye with that. But since she already had a problem with it and she's a much better makeup artist than myself, I'm going to do the paint pot and I'm going to do the NYX stick here and see how that works out. So I'm going to link their channels below, and you can go to them if you so choose to and learn a little bit more about pressed pigments and how things work and all of that. All I know is, unless you look on the back of this box, which I never do, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't look back here and look at all the ingredients and everything like that. On the back of here, there's a little eyeball, and then there's a little eyeball with an X through it. These are not eye safe, these ones are. And unless you look down here at this little teeny little eye here, you will not know that they're not FDA eye safe. And they don't even say FDA eye safe, not eye safe. It just has your little eye crossed out. So the pressed pigments are not FDA approved because they are not technically eye safe, because they can stain your eye if you're sensitive to it, yada, yada, yada. Again, these are things I think James should have said a little bit more in his review, because most people get these boxes and you know what they do? They do that. And then they get this and they start playing. They do not sit there and read the back of the box, most consumers. So I think in his video, he probably should have talked about that too. I'm done. That's like 10 minutes of your life that is done. There you go. All right. So what I'm going to tell you I'm going to do, I'm going to go off camera. I had this already, so I didn't specifically go out and buy this. I don't always love the MAC paint pots for my eyes, but I think it's because I put too much on the first time I used it. So if you have this and you don't love it, maybe don't pack on a lot. I think that was my problem. So on this eye here, I'm gonna put the paint pot, and on the other eye, I'm gonna put this, and I'll be back in just the one eye with the NYX Jumbo Pencil, and this one I did with my soft ochre, my MAC paint pot. See, a normal beauty channel would have cut that whole part out and redid it, but not me, because I want you to see I'm a twit. So yeah, and I also threw this across the room for dramatic effect, and I then had to go get it because I wanted to still talk about that a little bit. So okay, now I know what Anya did, so I don't want to copy, because I kind of want to use different colors to show you guys different colors. So Anya used a lot of, it looked like a lot of the greens and the blues, which I know are her favorite colors to use. So I'm going to probably stick with the pinks and maybe some of the yellow, greens, oranges. I don't know what I'm going to do. That's what you know about me. I never know what I'm going to do until I start doing it. So there you go. That's the joy of me. I'm going to take my Morphe 167 and I'm just going to start patting. Oops, and I'm going to stick my finger in stuff. I'm going to start with this one here, which is single, which is one of the pressed pigments, I believe. Let me look on here. Yep, it's one of the pressed ones. So as far as I know, with the pressed ones, you're supposed to pat the color on and then you can start blending. So let us do that. Let us not have a hair on our brush though. So I'm going to start patting this in to this area right here. And so far the color is pretty cool, as you can see. Let me see if I can rearrange that a little bit. I'm just gonna start patting that in a little bit. And now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Oh, I should have found my little thing here. All right, so let's see what happens over here. All right, I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna take this Morphe 562 brush and I'm gonna go in with this one right here, which is Pinkity Drinkity, which is another pressed pigment. So I should be careful how I try to blend this, but I'm gonna treat this like I would treat it. You know, I would totally just take it and start blending it. And see how that works. Which doesn't seem to be blending very well. So let me grab a different brush. And let me grab my Morphe 506, make sure that's clean. Get back into drinkity, pinkity, whatever it is. And start blending again. All right, guys, I'm gonna keep blending this. I don't have to watch it for 2 hours, and I'll be back once I think I have a little more vibrant over on this eyelid than on this eyelid. So there's that going on. And this is with using the NYX and not using the paint pot. So, okay. I'm gonna take this one here, which is Escape, and I'm gonna put that all kind of on the outer part of my eye. On both sides. They're a little dusty, but not any more so than any other. And I'm just patting that out on the outer half of my eye. I know, this is gonna seem like a lot, guys, but I kind of want to use a lot of the vibrant colors to do this look. All right, now we're gonna do the other eye. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of, I mean, I'm just going for it today, guys. This is not always gonna be about making the best look in the entire world. This is about using some of the colors up. I'm gonna use Love That right here, and I'm gonna put that in kind of the middle part of my eye, on the eyelid. I'm just packing that on. I just want to kind of see how user-friendly these are. Because I know a lot of people that buy this are going to be makeup artists, but a lot of people that are going to buy this are going to be, you know, 13-year-old girls that and boys that watch James Charles and who love him. And I'm not saying 13-year-old boys and girls aren't talented, but for the most part, most of them are going to just be regular kids who just want to look like James Charles, you know, and feel like if we buy this palette, we're gonna look like him and have his talent. I think I'm gonna take literally, I'm gonna take literally right here, which is a shade I believe he said that he uses sometimes as a highlighter. Sorry guys, I can't speak and put stuff on at the same time, obviously. Put that. Just want to see what this looks like. I might add something else too. Telling you guys, that paint pot, and now I'm trying to stick my finger in something it's not supposed to go in. And he did say that your fingers are the best way to apply some of these, which I know a lot of people do not like to have to do. I don't mind it at all, actually. But then I have short fingernails right now, so I know some of you boys and girls out there have long fingernails, so that'll probably bother you more than it bothers me. Actually, I'm not hating this look. As crazy as it looks right now, I'm not hating it. But I do want to see if I can blend a little bit here. Probably should have done that before I put the shimmer on. But that's blending out. Let me kind of blend this into the crease line a little bit. I'm going to kind of blend these together. All right. Okay. I'm done with this part here. I'm gonna do my face and I will be back and we'll finish up under the eye. Look I have going on right now. I add a little bit of my pure the Grinch. They made the eyeliners. This is the red one, but I used the white one. These are okay. I think I talked about them before. I don't hate them, but I don't love them. For me, they're not so easy to use. Again, I don't know if I showed you guys what these look like. This is the red one. It's got kind of like a hard tip to it. And it's really kind of hard for me to get kind of around the edge of my eye. I know I probably could take a little off on a little tiny brush, like a lip brush, and do it instead, but there's that. But I do like the white with the purple. And it's easier than doing a cut crease and trying to do the white and all that good stuff. So let's finish up the bottom part. So I'm trying to figure out, blue goes with purple, I think. So I'm going to take this blue right here, which is Cola, and I'm going to take it on my Morphe 432 brush. I swear to goodness gracious, I don't know where my accents come from. And I'm going to put this in my lower lash line. I'm going to kind of stamp it on. Sometimes I really don't know where I get this accent at. Truly, I was raised in Michigan. Yes, I was born in California, but lived there maybe a couple years when I was little. And then I've basically spent most of my life in Michigan, a couple years in Las Vegas, and no, I did not work out at a ranch. No, I was not a showgirl. I wish I had the body of that showgirl. I am an ultrasound tech, and I worked at a facility out there. There's more things out in Las Vegas than casinos and inappropriate places where I don't belong. So, all right, I stomped that in. Now I'm gonna take my, which brush should I take? I'm gonna take my Morphe 431 brush, and I am gonna go in with Brother, which is this blue one right here. And I'm gonna get this, I am going to kind of pack this under the eye here. So I think this is another one of those pigments that need to be packed and not blended right off the bat. Let me get this packed in, and then I will blend it out and let you see how it works. I know I should have pulled my hair back, sorry. But at this point, there's no point. Already did most of the tutorial without it. All right, just making sure that it was on. All right, now I'm just gonna kind of blend it a little bit. I don't want to blend the color away. Flip the hair like I'm some princess. Just kind of blend this up into my eyelid here, so it kind of goes in as one. All right, I'm gonna put some lower eyeliner on since it's way across the room there, and I will be back with some mascara under there. Oh, I wanted to let you know that I used Literally, which is this shade right here, as my highlight. If you listen to his James's tutorial, he's talked about using that as a highlight, and I did, and I think it worked really well. It's a nice kind of soft peachy highlight. So all right, let me be right back, and this is the finished eye look, and yeah, I love it. So here's my final thoughts on the James Charles Morphe palette. The casing is gorgeous. The colors in there are stunningly beautiful. There is literally something for everybody in this palette, literally. If you do not want colors, which you shouldn't buy this palette in the first place if you do not want colors, there are a lot of neutral shades here that you can use. If you like some greens, if you like some blues, purples, pinks, orange, browns, neutral colors, everything's here. Now, I use the NYX Jumbo Pencil on this eye and the Paint Pot on this eye. And in all honesty, when I initially look at it, let me get my handy dandy mirror. Yeah, I don't notice the difference now. When I was initially doing it, it looked a little different to me, but now I can't tell the difference. I think they performed well on both eyes. I think they are going to be a little finicky, some of the shades, because that's just what they are. They're pressed pigments and they're gonna be finicky. So it's up to you guys as fellow makeup lovers to decide if you want to take the time to kind of learn these shades and learn how each one of them works. I used what, 6 of them, 7 of them? There's 39 in here. So I guarantee you there will be a couple shades in here that you will be able to use quite well and there'll be a couple shades in here that you will be cussing at and taking off and reapplying until you get familiar to what brushes and what different techniques to use. Now, if that doesn't interest you whatsoever, maybe this isn't the palette for you. Maybe this isn't the palette you want to play with or practice with or anything like that. I don't mind it. I like a little bit of a challenge. I like things that are different, and I definitely like the colors that are in here. I will be reaching for this multiple times. In the future, you'll probably see me playing with this when I'm doing some other review, like foundation review. I will probably be pulling this palette out to use as my eyeshadow. So for $39, for 39 shades, $1 a piece, I can't get anything for $1 a piece for eyeshadow that has this kind of quality to it. I like it. I think this is a good palette, but I'm just me. Who am I? In the scheme of everybody in the world, I'm nobody into that. But as a person who likes makeup, who likes colorful eyeshadow, who's not a makeup artist by any shape, I think it's a good palette. And I definitely think it's worth the money, and I think it's definitely worth the time to practice and play with. So I'm gonna give it 2 thumbs up. So I give it my Allison yes. So hopefully you found this interesting in some way or entertaining. I'm hopefully gave you some little bit of informative information other than just showing you putting makeup on my face. Again, I'm going to link those channels below so you can go listen to somebody who has got a lot more knowledge on makeup than I do for myself, especially about pressed pigments. I have over it. I just know that they're a little more challenging to use, but the payoff seems to be worth it. So, okay, thank you, Anya. I have a window right there, and it just looked like somebody was looking at it. And since I'm on the 2nd floor, that was a little creepy. But no, nobody's there. Thank you, Anya, for waiting for me to do this. I appreciate you, and I love you very much. You always are here for me. You always support me, and you're a good gal. You're a good gal. And yeah. And again, I'm 5 subscribers away from to 100. So if I can get 5 more subscribers before Sunday at midnight, we're going to have a 2nd place winner. And that 2nd place winner, they're not going to win this one because this is mine and I'm not giving you a used one. But I'm going to give you something like this. This is the Morphe 9-pan palette. So as soon as I reach 100, I'm going to go to Ulta and pick up a 9-pan palette and 2 extra brushes, and there will be a 2nd place winner to win this. So, if you know somebody who wants to subscribe to my channel, encourage them to, so that there is more of a chance for to have another winner. So, believe me, I wish there could be 80 winners. Not that I think I have 80 people that want to win it, but still, you know. All right, this has been long enough. I have to figure out how to edit this down where you guys aren't falling asleep. So, I hope you have a good night, since that's what is here. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good weekend, and I hope you have a good week after that. And I will talk to you soon.